Yoga is not religion, but it is a spiritual practice. Yoga is not only physical exercise, but it's also exercise for the mind, for the heart, for the emotions. It's what this beautiful story called The Yogi and His Anxiety brings us. There was once a man who was very frightened and anxious, but he really wanted to overcome his fears. So he went to an enlightened master and asked for advice. The master advised the man to become a yogi and to transform the anxiety with the spiritual exercises, breath work, visualizations, and open-hearted presence that yoga brings. The man then went to a lonely hut in a large forest. Also in the forest, he was constantly thinking about the tigers, snakes, jackals. The yogi was full of fear. So he tried to find answers for his fears and how to heal that anxious state of mind in yoga philosophy. So first he opened his clever yogi book and looked for answers. What should a yogi do in such situation? First advice: look closely at every fear. Who closely looks into fear can for sure protect themselves and find a way out. Fear is mostly caused by negative thoughts, many times unreal negative thoughts, situations that we create in our minds and hearts. Fearful thoughts can be overcome with the 8 major techniques taught by yoga. The first one is reflecting. When we truly and openly reflect, looking into a problem or anything that is upsetting us, either by ourselves or with someone else, that problem changes its shape, its size especially. It gets smaller and smaller and more manageable. Second, do mantras, affirmations, engage in positive thinking. Repeat a positive word instead of a negative one. That changes the vibrational field of our bodies and minds and brings beautiful and easier solutions. Engage in any type of activity that will promote thought calming. Sit in quietude, light up an incense. Look at the candle flame for some long breaths. Count your breaths. Next, Try to engage in anything that is connected to wisdom. Read a yoga book, watch yoga videos, listen to yoga and meditation thoughts, podcasts. Every word helps. And engage in doing something effectively good for yourself, for others, for the world, even if it's something considered small. It is very powerful and it will transform your fears. Another one of the advices is to go for a walk. Whenever we feel really frightened or taken by negative emotions, walking is really helpful. It's what the yoga philosophy sutras say. The simple method of walking and paying attention on how you walk will calm your mind. And it's very beneficial for your body too. Next, try practicing yoga, even if it's something very simple. Just a couple of poses for some minutes, here and there. If you can't do a full hour, do 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Or sit to meditate if that's more affordable for you, easier or more enticing for you. And what would that be? Pausing for meditating, just resting in inner happiness, thinking about beautiful things. If you don't know how to meditate, just follow your breath, think about sunlight, moonlight entering through your nostrils, calming your mind. When we look directly at our fears, we are in power over our own minds, bodies, and lives. We take the power back. So the yogi looked closely at his problems and he reflected, jackals just howl and they don't really bite. Snakes only bite when they feel attacked. When a yogi is careful and moves slowly and carefully, the snakes won't do harm to them. Only tigers would maybe attack people in some circumstances. But it's rare. It's really rare. And I think about that every day. But it's very rare when it really happens. So, isn't it better if I live my life not really thinking about it? And in case it happens, a real yogi sacrifices the ego, takes the situation, continues practicing in the next lifetime. When the yogi thought deeply about that, all his fears went away. His heart was filled up with courage and perseverance. And one day, he was enlightened. All his fears were gone. And he didn't cross paths with a tiger, not even once. And this beautiful, generous story is not really telling us about tigers, but about all the tigers of our modern lives. How we also create tigers in our minds. So let's take this moment to reflect about that fear. Think about it. How big is it? How fearful? How powerful? And that's just a tiger that rarely, very rarely shows their teeth to humans. It's only in our mind. Take a very deep breath now and repeat with yourself. I live life with my heart clear of fear. I live life clear of fear. Namaste.